This video is a secret. Please don't share it with anyone. I'm not supposed to tell anybody what I know. Well, hello there, I'm Detroit. I have big news. Terrible news. This is a drawing video obviously, but only because I wasn't able to secure pictures or schemas for what I'm about to show you. Again, I've said it in the title, but you have to trust me. The government doesn't want people to see that. Like, really. I'm not kidding. And before you ask, Detroit, you didn't say which government. Think for yourself just once. The government. Anyway, let's get to it. I can't tell you exactly how I came to know about this project or how I managed to find it under construction. This involved a lot of other people whose security I can't compromise. I just have to make that public. Although I know I might be in danger myself because of this, I trust the internet to not spread that information at all. I just want it out in the world. When I followed the instructions I was given, I found myself in an old digging site. An old mine with all the equipments rusting in abandon, but new fences and well-hidden cameras. Security guards patrolling the area every 10 minutes. I followed the path that my contact had highlighted for me. I had to remember it by memory because I couldn't have looked like a random guy getting lost during a hike. The same guy with the detailed map to a government facility wouldn't have gone very well with the guards. Mind you, this is not a storytelling video. I am not just writing a story for you to enjoy while I draw something random. I won't ask you to subscribe or to like this video. In fact, you can't leave any mark that you've watched it. You should even click away. This video will get taken down soon anyway, when the government realizes what I've done. I'm glad I only have a handful of subscribers and not millions, or else it would have been impossible to do. Anyway, I've already talked for too long probably. They have a way of knowing, kinda like how Voldemort knows when you speak his name, or the Chandrian. Why am I making childish analogies right now? What the government is effectively doing is building a weapon of mass destruction. I'm doing my best to represent you what I saw in that old abandoned mine. I'm an artist and I have no other way of passing that knowledge to you. I'm also a scientist myself, so I know what I'm talking about here. If you have any doubts, it's okay, but you still have to be careful. That much you can do. I had a digital camera with me in the mine. I was planning on using it. As much as I improved my drawing skills in the last year and a half or so, it doesn't compare to the clarity of a picture. Only my camera died immediately when I entered the main room of the facility. The deep one. The room with the white artificial lights projected from the floor. Why is it so hard? I'm torn between my two options. I have to tell people, but I don't want to die. I'm still way too young for this kind of shit. The more people I tell, the more danger I'm in. What I saw in that room made the hair stand on my arms. First things first, that thing is huge. Maybe a few stories tall. I can't tell for sure. When I saw my camera die, I had to memorize as much detail as I could before leaving. The guards would come back only after 10 minutes. I had to make my escape before then. 10 minutes is not a very long time when you stumble on that thing. It looked to me like a huge cannon. The kind you see in sci-fi games and movies. With big circular parts. In some way it even reminded me of my own experiments I do at my lab for my PhD studies. But it didn't stop there. The whole mineshaft was covered in something that wasn't mechanical at all. This is a biomechanical weapon, that's certain. I don't know the first thing about biology, but there is a life form attached to that thing. I didn't think the government had such an advance in science and technology to be able to do that. Again, I'm no biologist. I have no idea what sort of thing it was. It looked like flesh and wood at the same time. It was a deep red in the artificial lights, and it somehow blended with the mechanical parts of the weapon. I'm sure it's a marvel of technology. Even with the adrenaline rushing to my head deep down in the old mine, I still felt the childlike envy of taking it apart and seeing how it was constructed. There were pipes, a lot of pipes. Wires too. My best guess is a cryogenic core at the center of the weapon. They probably need whatever's inside to be cooled to extremely low temperatures. My mind goes to superconductors probably. No resistivity, allowing for an insane amount of electrical power going through the cannon. The tube above the main part reminded me of a laser cavity, a big one. Maybe they are exciting whatever's inside the main chamber with a laser. That might be the source of their energy. Or maybe the source is the mass of biotissues holding it and feeding into it. I couldn't study it long enough. I couldn't approach any further in the open cave to see more of the biomass either. I don't know where it comes from and how it relates to the rest of the cannon, just that it's part of it. In the cave, the whole machine was angled down towards the ground. A very narrow but deep hole seemed to be where the tip of that thing was pointing to. I could tell that the hole didn't look like part of the old mine excavations. It had been made recently, either by them or by the machine itself. I couldn't see far down into it, but I'd bet my right hand that it went deeper than I could even imagine. Oh god, I don't know how much more I can tell you. They might come at any moment. I know it. The government is looking for me. I'm sorry my Rotring Isograph can only do so much to depict what I've uncovered. With more time, I would have made a better sketch, maybe annotations too. The lines are not straight, the shading is clunky at best. Why am I apologizing for the line quality when my life is in danger? I don't know what to do. What? No. My cameras are dying. I think they're here. I can't delay things any further. I have to go before...